Capricorn, you are about to enter a period in your life, in your current journey, the space that you've been finding yourself in for the last year or so, right? A year or two is coming up around this here, where you have made a significant change in your life and you have really worked really, really hard to spiritually ascend this mountain. Your overall energy, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to talk about this, is Mont Meru, center of the universe. Okay, and this card, this energy represents the spiritual center where divine and earthly realms meet. It can symbolize stability, harmony, and the cosmic order holding everything together. I am reading this off my laptop because I love how this was worded here. Spiritually, it is an ascent of the soul. You are climbing Mount Meru, and it represents the journey of consciousness rising toward enlightenment. Okay, I did not know what this card meant. And this is a very new deck for me. And so this spiritual symbolism here is also intuitively, I feel that you are rising above something here, Capricorn. You are taking a step in the right direction. You are choosing to raise your vibrations through healing, through love. You are choosing to see things, situations, and people because you have ascended and enlightened yourself, yes, but also because you have made a conscious decision here for you to heal and for you to take the higher approach. The approach of love. You come from a place of love and hope and peace, where there's pain in the world around you. And this is very important right now, Capricorn, because there's in your space, in your immediate energetic space, on a day-to-day kind of level is what I'm picking up on. It's like it's very important that you approach situations, conflict, from this space. Because when you, just like this mountain here, it's above the clouds. You have, the clouds is the confusion. It is about you making this choice to be aware, to make sense of things first before you react, first before you involve yourself. Yeah, involve yourself. That's what Spirit's showing me. You're like taking a step away, going above, rising above the confusion and the fear and the doubt. And so you can see everything from above and look at the situation as it is. And because you're separating yourself from this, you are going to heal. You are going to align energetically with a new frequency, okay? And there are new things that bind to you. There's a new balance and a new order that bind to you because you have taken this approach. Now, Capricorn, this is part 3 of a 3-part reading in terms of the vision here for you as well. So if you have not tuned into parts 1 and 2, you don't have to. You can take the vision as it is here today. You don't have to watch part 1 or 2. However, this is going to be part 3 for any of you that have been involved in part 1 and 2. I will link the other parts down below. You can also go on my channel. I have playlists, and you can see the last 2 Capricorn videos before this will be part 1 and 2. So let me pull up the vision here today for you. I have it written down in front of me. I meditate in your energy, Capricorn. Now, I just drew this card right before turning the camera on. And like I said, I had to look into what this card meant. And it was interesting because the vision aligns with the energy. Okay, so I received the vision last week. I see them. I meditate in your energy. I see like this movie play out in my mind. And then I will write it down for you word by word, emotion by emotion, so that you can go through this vision, because this is meant for you, Capricorn. Something important here, okay, for you to hear, feel, or connect with at this time. So also I'm hearing Spirit say your imagination, Capricorn, right now is your the tuning point or fork into your alignment. So the imagination, your imagination, the things you imagine, the things you think about, is the energy that is going to determine your new reality. Okay? So keep that in mind going through the rest of the reading. Imagine yourself in the way that you want to be. Okay, that's a very important message for someone here right now. You need to see yourself for who you really are, and you need to start imagining yourself as this abundant version, this aligned version, the version that has risen above and that has made sense of a very confusing time or a very confusing situation. Okay, at this time, all I ask for you, please, is to clear your energy, your mind, your heart, open your heart to this vision. And after that, I read you the vision, we will get into a tarot reading to see what else needs to come forth. At this time, my readings are timeless. Okay, Capricorn. You kneel in a valley that feels forgotten by time. The soil beneath your knees is dry and cracked. The air heavy with the faint, bitter tang of old sorrow. Wilted flowers bow towards you, and long dry streams leave nothing but dust in their place. The sky hangs low, gray and thick, pressing gently on your chest, urging you inward. You extend your hands. At first, warmth flows softly from your fingertips, then grows, surging into golden streams that seep into the earth. The ground trembles beneath you, as if it has been waiting for this touch. Wisps of translucent energy rise, lost fragments, old pains, forgotten memories, circling you with cautious curiosity. You breathe deeply, drawing their weight into yourself. It stings, sharp and bitter, but you hold it, steady and patient. As you exhale, radiant energy flows outward, weaving through them, restoring broken threads of spirit and manner. Each pulse of your heartbeat spreads across the valley, touching every crack, every wilted bloom, every lingering fragment of life. Slowly, the valley begins to shift. Cracks fill with shimmering water. Gray petals bloom into vibrant hues. Mist rises and curls around you, carrying whispers of gratitude, soft and melodic. Light, warmth, fragrance, and sound weave into a harmony that resonates in your chest and spine. Tears slip from your eyes, not of sorrow, but of recognition and communion. You feel the valley, its life, its lost pieces as part of yourself. And as the final pulse of energy spreads outward, the valley is transformed, lush, alive, humming with a gentle power of restoration. When your hands fall to your sides, you rise, exhausted but radiant. You sense something deeper calling, a path beyond this valley, a place where the work of your heart merges with your highest self. In the distance, through a corridor of light and energy that seems to pulse with your own heartbeat, the castle is drawing near. It appears, its gates open. You know instinctively that within its walls waits the part of you that has always been whole, the self you are meant to merge with. As you step through the castle gates, a hush falls over the air. Light spills in from high arching windows, casting soft patterns across marble floors. The scent of warm stone and faint incense carries a feeling of ancient welcome. Every footfall echoes, yet it feels intimate, as though the castle itself knows your name. The grand hall stretches before you, vast but not overwhelming. Tapestries shimmer along the walls, threads of gold and deep indigo, depicting moments you recognize from your own life. Choices made, paths crossed, joys and sorrows alike. Each image seems to hum softly like a heartbeat, connecting past and present. You feel the pulse of your own life reflected here, reminding you that every step, every stumble, every triumph has led you to this moment. A soft light gathers at the center of the hall, coalescing into a figure, your higher self. At first, it is a reflection, familiar yet radiant, eyes brimming with infinite understanding and compassion. Then, gradually, the boundaries between you soften. You feel a warmth like a homecoming, a deep knowing that every fear, every doubt, every fragment of pain you carried is understood, accepted, and honored. You approach, your hands brushing against the light, and the energy between you hums and flows. Memories, emotions, and possibilities ripple through you, and tears rise. Tears of relief, recognition, and the raw, profound joy of being fully seen. You feel yourself dissolving into this presence, and yet expanding, as if your heart and mind are opening wider than they ever have been. The hall responds, colors deepen, walls pulse gently, and the floor seems to breathe beneath you. Every sound resonates, your heartbeat, the whisper of your breath, the faint echo of laughter and song from every timeline you've ever touched. It is overwhelming, not in fear, but in the pure intensity of being alive, of being whole. Your higher self reaches out, and in that touch, a flood of understanding flows into you. The path you feared, the choices you hesitated over, the pain you tried to bury, all are threads in the tapestry of your highest timeline. You feel your essence expand, merging with this presence, blending your awareness, your purpose, and your love into one radiant stream. It is both surrender and empowerment, a quiet triumph of the soul. Time bends, past and future mingle into a single luminous now. You see the valley you healed below, and every life it touches radiates upward, connecting to this castle, to you, to the highest version of yourself. Every tear, every pulse of love, every act of courage, everything has been leading to this convergence. And as the final wave of merging washes over you, the castle itself seems to sigh in recognition. You are both grounded in your experience and lifted into the fullness of your potential. Every corner of the hall glows with the light of your unified self, a profound testament. You are whole. You are home. Here in the heart of the castle, you rest, not as a traveler or a seeker, but as the embodiment of your highest timeline, fully present, fully integrated, and infinitely alive. So Capricorn, if this isn't the most important transformation or convergence of energies, a union, a divine union between you and your highest self, if this isn't the most important and powerful transformation you have ever undergone, then I don't know what is. Because this energy here today is huge. And it's something that, like I said, it's like something you have been reaching for years. You have been taking steps, little steps, but consistent steps to climb this mountain so you can get your way out of a confusing, tough, or negative situation or lifestyle. And finally, You held your vision steady and your energy didn't waver. And energy doesn't lie, Capricorn. Energy doesn't lie. It only mirrors your beliefs. So when you made this climb, when you finally reached the peak here, the pinnacle of the transformation, you will be connected to your higher self. And not only will you be connected to your higher self, but you merge. And through this merging of energy, of light, you heal. That's the first sentence I wrote here. When I wrote out my vision, I wrote, you are healing. That was the first message I received from Spirit for you. You are healing. And not only that, you are growing, you are inhaling, I'm hearing here, this energy of release, of peace. And you are exhaling all the other negative things. And through that, you keep rising, keep rising, keep rising. And this castle holds the version of you that you get to connect with, that you get to transform with. Now, let's get into your tarot reading here right now, because I feel that there is something that is still challenging you. Why can't you get to this castle? There's something, if you watch part 1 and 2, there's a lot of challenges, right? Here's the Four of Pentacles. There's an obsession here. There's a need to guard something or to hide something. There's something you're holding on to still. Okay, Capricorn, there's something you're holding on to that you are not meant to hold on to at this time. So what is it that Capricorn is hanging on to so tightly? What is this? Or protecting? Two of Cups. Okay, so you are either, okay, this is a general reading, so please take how it resonates. I also do personal vision readings here, where you get your own vision from Spirit and your own tarot reading. It's more specific. However, there's either a union you're protecting, a connection you're protecting, or you're clinging on to, what I'm getting with this card for you is you're clinging on to a version of who you thought you were supposed to be, who you were told to be, right? You're clinging on to this version or a story you've told yourself or others told you. And I'm here to tell you that an energy shifts only begin the moment you choose a new story, Capricorn. It's time for you to choose a new narrative, a new story, and let go of the things that hold you back. Maybe the people that tell you, no, this isn't how you're supposed to behave, or this isn't what you're supposed to do with your time or your money or your life. Why do they get to say that to you? It's your life, right? And I'm not saying be irresponsible. If there's people depending on you, you have to be responsible. You have to show up, okay? You have to take care of the things that you are responsible for. But what I am saying is the people or the energies in your life or the stories you've spun yourself or others have spun into you, they don't define you anymore. And in order for you to really get to this castle, this point of meeting your higher self and really transforming into your highest timeline, you need to let this go. You need to rewrite the narrative that you tell yourself about who you should be, what you should love, what you should enjoy, how you should go about things, or who you can love or not love, and what you can and can't do. Or maybe this is about a creation. The Two of Cups can be a divine creation. Two energies merging together. Maybe you're trying to create something, pursue something, a career, an art project, a person, right? And again, when you release this resistance here, you will find that the energy moves, it flows with ease. okay? But right now it can't flow with ease. You can't really get here above the clouds and to this castle because you have been clinging on too tight to something here. And I believe it's a story someone has spun for you to believe, or you yourself have. And it's time to release this peacefully while being responsible, while being kind and loving and true to your heart and true to those that depend on you, but at the same time protecting yourself and choosing your own story. Okay? So let's see what energy is guiding you at this time, helping you into this alignment of truth and healing, of love and energetic abundance. By the way, let me know in the comments below, what does abundance mean to you? What does it look like for you? This new story, this new narrative you're going to let yourself connect to. Let me know, you guys. I love connecting with you guys. 7 of Swords. You have the ability, I feel like you think you don't have as much time or space, almost. I'm getting like space, like you can't go from like one tent to the other and take all this baggage with you, right? So yes, you're gonna have to release some of the baggage in your space. You're not gonna be able to take everything and everyone with you into this new story, into this new timeline of yours, and that's okay. That's okay. There's peace with letting go here for you, Capricorn. And so as you sort of shed these burdens that you've clung onto, right? It's like these heavy, heavy swords here. You sometimes might feel a little bit selfish, okay? Like it's almost like you identified with carrying this weight. And so now in a twisted way, you're like, I don't know if I deserve this, or like you feel bad for being, quote, selfish and taking this time for yourself and you know, saying no and asserting your boundaries and like just accepting that some people might not be good for you, some unions are not good for you, and you're letting them go. And there's a struggle with taking that space for yourself, right? But this is the very energy that's actually going to help you the most, because this is the energy when you start taking time for yourself, when you start acting more selfish. And selfishness isn't always a bad thing. You deserve to be selfish with your energy, okay? Your energy is yours, and you're putting in the work here. And when other people don't do the shadow work, don't do the work that they need to do so that they deserve to fit into your story, then they don't deserve to be there. And that's not on you. That's on them, Capricorn. That's on them. Okay. And maybe this isn't that heavy for you as I just described. Maybe again, you're just trying to be more creative or take more time for yourself and you feel bad, like you're pursuing something new. And don't feel bad. Spirit's actually urging you to take more time and to take on more right now, even if it feels heavy, because there's a massive surge of energy coming in for you where it's going to like elevate you up onto this mountain, and like you can see things clearly from there. So the more that you try to like pour yourself into this now, the more clear things become and the more easier things will flow in a short amount of time, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see, let's get a few general messages here with some dates and timing on them as well. Any general messages for Capricorn or advice here? Again, if you'd like a personal vision, I do offer those. It's linked in the description box below or also at the end of the video. It'll be like up here or up here somewhere, a little box. Okay. the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, this is the way things are meant to play out now. So Spirit wants you to just trust the flow of things. Trust the doors that are closing. They're closing for a reason, even if you don't quite understand, and even if it's painful, because there's about to be new doors and opportunities and abundance that is opening for you. So someone here is having a hard time letting go or saying goodbye. It's this Four of Pentacles energy, okay? Just trust. Capricorn, there are good things coming for you with the Wheel of Fortune. You have Virgo here. You have the 22nd of August to the 21st of September. Okay, and this video is going to be released before the 21st of September. So you might be seeing these changes right now. You might be seeing them maybe a year from now, okay? Or whenever you see this message. This is, you also have the number 10 here. That could be significant, okay? This is a very, very, it's a pivotal moment in your life, in your time, and things are like, just like here, like you are rising above the confusion and the chaos because you made this happen. You trusted in the divine flow of things, and you heeded the advice from Spirit, not only in this reading, but even in your own connection to Spirit and the universe and your own signs and your feelings and your energy. You trusted that, you worked with that, you put in the work, you put in the effort, and now you're being rewarded. You could be resonating with the number 44 here. You have the 7 of Cups, the 28th of September to the 1st of October. So there's definitely big shifts here within September, October. Okay, energetically, there's a lot of thought and affection that is being shown here with the 7 of Cups. You're choosing, okay? You're making the choice. You're actively thinking, right? You're actively taking the time and the space, like I was talking about earlier. And because of that, I always say this, but the energy is, it's how the universe hears you, communicates with you. It's how you can truly, truly align. And again, when energy flows with ease, you release resistance. And what happens when you release resistance is things start pouring in. Things start shifting for you. Doors slam closed, and other doors fly open. And it happens very quickly. And a single aligned thought can outweigh 1,000 doubtful ones. Okay? One single aligned thought, choice, affection, energy, can outweigh 1,000 doubtful ones. Think about that, Capricorn. Okay? So clarity is your friend right now, your best friend. So be clear about what you want. Think about what you want. Imagine, right? I talked about that. Imagine yourself earlier at the start. Imagine, and you can create, and you will create. So thank you so much, Capricorn. I'm gonna leave it here, and I look forward to connecting with you guys again. Thank you so much for all your support, your comments, your likes, the readings you've booked with me, and subscribing. I love you guys. Thank you.